Go hard, go home. Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Hard, go hard, go home. Go hard, go home. Yeah, these championship rings on my hands now. In my head, I'm top 10, yeah, that's hands down. You a squad, now you're looking man down. Funny how foes to the friends now. Drive a race car like a Atari now. Filling up, I need pride, yeah. Treat the business like a playground, might slide on you. Do me wrong, might slide on you. Do a backflip, cause I'm mad rich. I'm the definition of what that is. Go hard, go home, go hard, go home, go hard, go home, go home. Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, go home, go hard, go home. I go back to back, then go back to back. If I top the top, then the double back, and I'm topping that. Yeah, I beat my own records. Yeah, I gotta get money fetish. Same team, I don't set trend, but dog, it's electric. When it put the Ricks on my toes, me and bro, that's the give it. Go, stay 100, end zone, keep them coming. I know. I won't flub my wrist, no, I'm not dumb like that. I just wanna give my mama 100 racks. Go hard, go home. Go hard, go home. Go hard, go home. Touchdown like the end zone. Circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, go hard.
Yo, what's going on? Hey, where you at, Quentin?
There we go.
Episode 3, What's going on? Hey, it's makeshift, so it's a little glitchy. It's because I'm doing everything on my phone. I got no Wi-Fi here on the road. But guess what? Texas Tech. That's right, baby. Texas Tech Red Raiders pulled it on today versus Houston, number 25 in the country. We should be ranked. We'll talk about that in a minute, but welcome to the show. Woo!
Yes, sir.
What a game, man. I'm wore out, man. My voice is a little scratchy. We're here chomping it up.
So I was,
came from the game, straight from the game.
It was nice crowd and everything, man.
Yeah, it was a pretty good crowd, man. We were on the sun side, man. We're just getting the sun, man. I probably can't tell, but I got a lot too much sun. But man, double overtime, man. Anyway, welcome to the show, episode 28. We appreciate all you guys jumping on. I had a great time, and me and Patricia, my wife, we went over there. But it had a great time. 613 members on the Facebook group. We appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for the Facebook group. Please share this, share, do all that good stuff. Share this on your Facebook or wherever you are. Man,
yes, sir.
One Twitch person. We have a Twitch person. I don't know if it's the same person, but we really appreciate you coming on. I always have that one person on Twitch. I don't know if it's the same person but it's always one person. So we really appreciate you. All right. Anyway, so Fantasy Football League has begun as well. I'm winning because Thursday night the Bills and the Rams played. I had some Rams players and I had the Bills defense. Man, it was a good game. I'll that game in a minute. But we're going to talk a little NFL. So we're going to do the call up, talk a little top 25 college rack up. Share this and all that stuff. Come join the chat. Jump in the chat. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what happens.
Let's do it, bro.
Let's do it. And all right, so at Tennessee, a little bit of an upset over 17 Pittsburgh, number 24 Tennessee, 17 Pittsburgh, 34-27. Any thoughts on that game? What happened? Yeah, Tennessee's a SEC team.
Man, when I
that game,
I actually picked Pitt to upset them, man. But man, I think Tennessee's gonna be one of those powerhouses, and they went in overtime as well, man. The rankings, I think that'll probably boot Pitt out of the rankings, but
right,
that's gonna be probably one of the hardest points. I think Tennessee.
Well, I mean, they lost to a ranked team. I think that really kicks Pitt out. I mean, they lost. It wasn't like they lost to an unranked team. You think Pitt drops all the way out?
Man, Pitt's gonna be gone. Might be 25, but
okay.
I don't know, man.
Okay. And then, of course, Michigan routes Akron, number 14, Michigan 52-0. We had a couple of other interesting games. So we had, how about the probably the most interesting game of the day? You had Alabama, Texas playing to the end. Alabama pulls it out at the end, 20-19. Whoa, man! You see that? Give me that game.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? 20-19.
Man,
Alabama pulls it out last second to the game. Go ahead.
I was actually rooting for Sarkisian. They had a good offensive scheme. They were able to move the ball a lot. They had two. I think one of the quarterback went down. They brought in another quarterback. They applied young, but man,
their Texas their starter went out. Yeah.
But if you look a lot of penalties before halftime. I mean, a lot of penalties, which hampered their. And I think more penalties towards Alabama. So my honest opinion, the refs showed a lot of favoritism. I think Texas had that game in it.
Oh, wow. So the refs showed favoritism toward Alabama?
Yeah, man. Yeah. A lot of the plays were kind of...
I didn't hear it was, hey, Andy Fitch is on. Oh, you saying Andy Fitch, the Gators?
It's me. I'm trying to get...
That's you.
They trash. They losing.
Yeah. They losing? Yeah. Man.
They're about to...
So what? I don't know who the officiating, because usually they don't use officials from either conference. They use like out of conference officiating crew. So it wasn't to me SEC officiating crew.
Yeah, maybe the ACC or somebody officiating that game, man. I mean,
you feel like the refs stole it a little bit.
Oh yeah,
Texas? Is that what you're saying? Really?
Yes.
Wow.
If you go back and look at the highlights, there was like some crazy intentional grounding or rough in the passer. Like it was some crazy. Like if you got to look at the highlights and their price.
Right.
But I think Florida was robbed, bro. Robbed.
Who?
I mean, not Florida, but Texas was robbed.
Texas was robbed. So I'm sorry it's a little glitchy out there if you're watching this. I'm running everything off my phone right now. I don't have Wi-Fi on the road, but I did see the Texas Tech Red Raiders win. And my friend out there, Ricardo Reyes, he's a Texas fan. He put that we're going to crush us when they play us. We'll see what happens. Good luck with that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so yeah, it was. We had a. Let me talk about one more. Let's see. So let's see. Top 25. Let's talk about one more game. Yeah, I think Texas surprised them. Texas has a lot of talent. You know what I'm saying? They've been down. You know, a lot of times with Texas, they always have talent. It's just some reason they always underperform. They don't always live up to the talent that they have, and that's why coaches have been last in there all years. You know, because the Texas fans, especially some of the alumni who help run that program, they want to win right away. You know, they don't want to wait 2 or 3 years to win. And so, if they're not winning by the third year, they're getting rid of the coach. So Sarkisian, this is his year to prove it. He started out pretty good. I mean, because he played at the number 1 team to the end. But it seems like they always come out, hey, big. This could be Texas. This could be a good year for them. So we'll see what happens out of this. Maybe this boosts them, and maybe everybody starts believing in Texas again. Who knows? Maybe they'll get ranked just by losing. Sometimes it happens. I mean, they lost to the number 1, but they played them to 1 point. So maybe they get ranked off a loss. I've seen that happen. You have a few top 25 teams that got knocked out, that knocked off. I'm trying to put these scores. So yeah, I'm taking a little bit for these scores to come up. But anyway, so yeah, I'm running everything off my phone. So, but yeah, let us know what you think. Is Texas for real, or is it more? You think it's more a Texas was better than people thought, or Alabama's just not as good as people thought? Was it Texas or just bad Alabama?
Man, I think Texas played excellent, man. Alabama got exposed to a point, man. Alabama got exposed.
You think Alabama's exposed? Okay.
They go into SEC play. They got to step. When they go into SEC play, they got to step their game up. Like University of Louisiana Monroe, a no name. so they should blow that no name out play. They better bring the A game, but they got exposed today, man.
Yeah.
Alabama ain't another huge
upset. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Alabama definitely has to regroup and get ready, because they can't go into SEC play playing like that. We'll have to see what happens. So I wrote a little scratchy. I just came from the Tech game, so I'm gonna drink a little water here. But yeah, so what about the big upset? I mean, probably the biggest upset of the year so far. If Texas would have won, that could be considered one of the biggest upsets.
The biggest.
Notre Dame loses to who'd they lose to? Notre Dame.
Marshall.
I can't see the score. Marshall. Notre Dame loses to Marshall. What in the world? Wow.
26-21, man.
What's going on there? What happened there?
Man, here, when you look at the scoring breakdown, neither one scored in the first quarter. Marshall scored 9, second, Notre Dame 7, third quarter, Marshall only scored 14 in the fourth quarter. They both scored 14 and scored a touchdown. They kicked the field goal at the end of the game and won the game.
Right. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So definitely, because who did Notre Dame lose to last week? Ohio State, right?
They lost to Ohio State last week.
So they definitely and they played them. They played them pretty close, right? Ohio State, didn't they play Ohio State pretty close?
Yeah, they beat Ohio State. I can go back and check that score.
I mean, it was close through most of the game. I feel like it was close to a lot of the game, but Ohio State pulled out towards the end. So does this mean that? Well, it's obvious that, I mean, they're 0-2 now. Notre Dame was definitely overrated. So does this mean Ohio State is overrated? They had trouble playing Notre Dame. Notre Dame just lost to Marshall. I mean, does this mean that possibly this kind of carries over and Ohio State overrated? You think they're overrated now?
I think there's a lot of hype behind Ohio State, too. Ohio State is eventually going to get knocked off. But Notre Dame, somebody said, say it again, they're trash, they're over. And I replied to them, they won't go. I think your pretty top 3-4 teams are going to be consistent throughout the year as like 5 to 10. But I'm pretty sure Georgia, Alabama, right now, I mean, Clemson is going to stay in contention on Ohio State until they fall off.
This ain't you, right, Canteen?
That ain't none of me. I don't know.
Yeah, you monitor the Facebook. Let me know who these people are. Yeah,
I'm looking at
the person. I think Ohio State not that good either. So whoever that is, I think that's the same person. So yeah, they might be true that this kind of carries over. Notre Dame not as good as we thought they were, or at least not as good as their preseason rankings, and then their second week rankings. They were ranked a little high, all things considered, and they lose to Marshall.
That's a lie.
By carrying that over, Ohio State seems like they might be overrated, struggling a little bit with Notre Dame. So that's a big upset. And then we have who else lost? Oh, and then A&M. Then they lose to Appalachian State.
Yeah, Texas A&M lost to Appalachian State. Yeah, correct.
Appalachian State. What in the world? You should have seen. But A&M used to be.
Listen, though, man.
Real quick, A&M used to be in the Big 12, and Texas is in the Big 12. So when those scores came up, I was at the Tech game. Man, we're cheering those scores that A&M lost and Texas lost. But go ahead. That's pretty funny. Go ahead.
If you A&M, they lost by 3 points, man. They played pretty close throughout the game. The field goal at the end to seal the deal, man. A&M only scored in the second and third quarter. They didn't score.
Yeah, they both scored 14 in the fourth quarter. Both teams on the A&M game.
No. A&M scored. They scored only in the second.
A&M, my bad. Notre Dame game. Oh yeah, they
second and third.
They didn't even score in the quarter. So is that
the fourth or the first or the fourth quarter? Man,
biggest A&M offense just struggling.
To me, they're not well put together, man.
They're not overrated. Is that what we're saying too? So these are all SEC teams. I mean, is the whole SEC overrated? Is that what we're saying?
We ain't saying that now. We ain't saying the whole SEC. We're just talking about certain teams in the SEC.
mean, we're talking about all these
certain
teams, Alabama, all these teams are SEC. Tennessee just lost.
Well, you talking about
just beat
teams from the West, not the East. You talking about teams on the West side.
But it's still the SEC, bro. Maybe. I mean, didn't you guys? You said, and now speaking of SEC, Georgia seemed like they struggled against, right?
Bro, struggle with. Now I said we was gonna put up. You said like 65 or 70.
Yeah, y'all
I said
didn't even get up to 60. Y'all didn't even get up to 40.
Bro, we shut them down, bro. That's all that matter.
Yeah, I don't know. You still believe in your quarterback? You still believe in your quarterback? You think?
Yes.
If they struggle, man,
let me tell you something.
They're gonna be. If that offense struggles, they're gonna be calling for that quarterback again. You guys will be calling for a new quarterback.
After halftime, you see what your site said. Georgia backups played the majority of the game. We ain't worried. The only game we worried about beating them to sleep next week. They got beat by Arkansas today. They got exposed. Played them most of the game. And we wasn't worried about no Samford. When the rankings come out Monday,
okay. Y'all think y'all gonna be number one?
I'm not number one Monday. Some ain't right. It should be us one. Ohio
really?
Dropped to 3. If you play the unranked team that close and almost got beat, makes sense.
But it is Texas, to be honest. This usually seen as a pretty good team, as a pretty good school, pretty good football program. Even though they have underperformed most of the last decade, they're still seen as they have talent on their team. You know what I'm saying? They have talent on that team. So that's all I'm saying. I don't know. I don't think they will move Alabama off that. They would have the loss to move them out of first place.
And he right. Your son-in-law said if Texas is in the top 20, Texas can be 25. It don't matter, but they should be in there after they. I told you. And I agree with him 100%.
Is that Elias talking? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Elias.
If anything, put Texas at 20 maybe.
Yeah. 23, 24. Yeah, and then you
somewhere
got
in there, man.
Kentucky and Florida, and they're struggling. It's back and forth. Kentucky's up 23 now, right? 23-16.
Yeah, you got the ball. No. You're right. Kentucky got the ball with about 13 minutes. Kentucky about to score one more.
Screen was updating. Okay. So yeah, and Ole Miss took care of whoever they played, Carolina. And then so you're saying you guys should be number one. Come.
Yeah,
Georgia
but
should be number one.
You're not moving. Okay. If they played a good team. Texas wasn't even ranked. Out point blank period, they should drop. Georgia should be the number one team.
They should drop for winning though. They should drop for winning.
They barely beat. They beat a ranked.
They beat them.
An unranked team. So you think? Okay, so the poll, everything should change.
Ranked though. I think it's a whole pat.
Okay,
pat.
1, 2, 3. Who you gonna go? One. No,
that's what it's called.
So it's gonna be. So you saying Alabama 1, Georgia? Alabama's gonna be 1, Georgia 2, and then that's gonna change in the poll.
Yeah, who's number 3 right now?
3.
Yeah. I think it should stay. It should just stay the way it is. I don't think it should move.
Come on, Kentucky. I want to shut Fitz's mouth up. I'm tired of Fitz.
Trash, but who said Florida's trash here?
Your son. Your son.
Son-in-law.
Elias.
Elias, why are you saying that? Why are you saying that, Elias?
So you think bad team, but Georgia moved for beating it? Alabama beat a trash team last week.
Georgia
there was not no spread. Hold on. There was no point spread at all. So he can't even say that there was not a spread on that Georgia game. It was even. There was no spread.
Are you sure? You sure there wasn't a spread?
There was no spread. Bro, there was not no point spread.
I don't know.
No, it was not no point about this the other day.
You think? Yeah.
It wasn't no.
I don't know.
Bro,
so you
there was not no point spread.
You think Kentucky's gonna win? We talk about that game real quick. Kentucky. Florida, do you think is gonna win now?
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, 53. He was right. He was right.
There was a spread. There's always a spread, man.
No, they came out with a spread after they came out with a spread after. Remember we talked about it Thursday. There wasn't no line.
It wasn't a spread that day. It wasn't
that day. Yeah. I let me correct myself. But right now, Kentucky
look like they're gonna beat Florida. Maybe. Who knows? It's going back and forth. Yeah. And then USC played pretty good. I mean, they struggled a little bit with Stanford, not too much. They won 35-14. Oklahoma State, number 11, struggling with Arizona State, 17-10 right now in the third quarter. So Oklahoma State struggling a little bit. We'll see what happens the rest of that game. And then talk a little bit about my game I was at. Man, it was good atmosphere, good crowd. We just got a lot of sun. But Texas Tech, Red Raiders, woo! We won, beat number 25 Houston. I think we should be ranked next come Monday. We should be ranked. Some of these teams that lost up there, I think we should be ranked. We'll see what happens. Kentucky, he's saying Kentucky's going to win this game. Okay,
they're going to win. Kentucky.
They should win this game. Let's see what happens.
I have a lot of confidence in Kentucky, man. You know, that's one of the students that coaches.
Do you think Florida's overrated? Florida's overrated then?
Man, Florida, hot trash.
Number 12. Who did they beat that they got so? Who did they beat last week? Was it Utah?
Utah. Beat Utah.
Yeah, so Utah was over. They beat Utah and they jumped up to number 18 or whatever they are now. 12. Yeah, number 12. And then if they beat Kentucky, they'll stay at 12 or move up. But if they lose, Kentucky will probably move up to around 15, 16, maybe 12.
Yeah.
Florida will drop probably in the 20s, somewhere in the 20s. If they lose, they'll still stay ranked though. I don't know. So Florida's overrated. Alabama's overrated. The whole SEC's overrated.
Nah, man. Certain teams in the SEC still overrated.
Yeah.
Oh, jump to my certain teams. Right now, the strongest two teams in the SEC, Georgia and Alabama. Your strongest two.
Okay.
I'm just waiting on December, man. Yeah.
So you still think Alabama, even though you say they're overrated, even though they're overrated, Alabama is still the best in that. Is it the West?
No.
They're still the best team over there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he says, agree, Texas Tech will be 23, 24, 25. Yeah, Texas Tech. So that was a great atmosphere. They rushed. I put a couple of videos on the Facebook on our page. You want to look at that? Yeah, they rushed there's a lot of the students and the people down the front will rush the field after the game. It was a good game, double overtime, couple of overtimes. 33-14. I mean, to be honest, Donovan Smith, he's our backup. We lost our starter the first week with a broken collarbone. We lost Shuck, our starter. So we're playing with the backup right now. And Donovan, he was a little shaky this game. He threw a really bad pick that actually put Houston back in the game, and they were able to tie it, or they were able to go up by 3. And then we were able to make a couple of big plays, and he redeemed himself. Donovan Smith, our starter right now, he still had 351 yards and 2 touchdowns. I think he threw a couple of picks. But at the end, he ran that last TD. He ran it in for a touchdown, sealing the deal against Houston. So, yeah, Donovan Smith, he was a little shaky, but he pulled out in the end. He pulled it out. So, man, I was sweating. Woo, I was sweating not only on the outside, I was sweating on the inside. Woo.
Inside.
Man.
I already know,
man. It's crazy. I was sweating on the inside and the outside. But yeah. So speaking of NFL, somebody's ready for the NFL. We had a Thursday night game. Huh?
The Saints are garbage. Again,
Saints are garbage?
Team is trash.
Saints garbage. Oh, speaking of NFL, let's just jump into the Bills game. So the Bills, the first NFL game was played on Thursday. We did a kickoff show. The Bills, man, I was genuinely surprised on this game. I think what saved the Bills, their defense saved. I think they had like 3 turnovers in the first half. It was a tie game.
Yeah,
I think they had 4 turnovers the whole game, and they still held the Rams to 10 points. It's crazy. I
told you.
So what do you think as far as so I'm just saying, as far as the Bills game, do you think this was more bad Rams or just really good Bills? What do you think?
Man, I had already told you, man. I had told you points and the Bills would win. But I think, man, that was horrible Rams. They didn't look like a Super Bowl contender, man.
So it was more bad Rams than good Bills.
The Bills look good on both sides of the ball.
A lot of people picking the Bills to the Super Bowl.
They look good.
So did the Bills prove that they're Super Bowl contenders, or is it just that was a lot of bad Rams?
Nah, they Super Bowl. I foresee the Bills going to the Super Bowl this week.
Okay.
Jalen Ramsey looked like hot trash. You saw how many times he got cooked bad.
Yeah.
So I mean, on both sides of the ball, Stafford looked kind of. Stafford was iffy, man.
Yeah, he got cooked, man. Ramsey got cooked, man. I mean, he's still a great cornerback. I think he'll bounce back. I think this is a bad game for him. He definitely had a bad game. He got burnt deep a couple times. Yeah. So he's got to redeem himself. But he got burned last year in the playoffs too. So I don't know. You think Ramsey maybe's lost a step? And this proof that he's lost a step.
Ramsey's overrated, man.
You think he's overrated now? Whoa.
Shots fired.
So Ramsey's overrated now? He's one of the best in the NFL?
To be honest, I don't think he's a power
top 5.
What?
Is he a top 5 cornerback? You don't think he's a top 5?
Right. He 5.
Yeah, top 5 cornerback. He's number 5.
I mean, he's still a top tier guy. He just had horrible play Thursday night, man.
Yeah, I don't know if he's overrated. He's still a top corner. I think if this continues through the year, I think we can say. I think if this continues through the next 6 to 8 games, we can say that maybe Ramsey's lost a step.
Yeah.
Yeah. Top 15 player in the NFL. So he's got to be a top 5 cornerback if he's, Elijah's saying he's top 15. So.
In that night.
We'll see.
I give the benefit of the doubt.
He's a top 5 cornerback. Yeah, we'll see. All right, so let us know what you think. The Bills stomped the Rams. I think it was a lot of bad Rams. I think the Rams weren't able to take advantage of all the turnovers they had. They didn't really score any points off those turnovers like they could have. And I think Bills took advantage of that. I mean, remember I told you that you have to keep it close if the Rams want to win. If they let the Bills jump up on them a couple of scores, the Bills, they knock you out. But on close games, the Bills have yet to win over the last 6 games. They've lost all their last 6 games that are close. So you have to keep the Bills. Bills are like Mike Tyson. They knock you out, man.
Come on, Kentucky.
Okay, you want Kentucky to win, huh? What's the score now? 3-16 still?
Yeah, but man, they move close to the red zone.
You think
Kentucky's playing good?
Yeah, it could be over. Yeah, if Kentucky scores again, that game could be over. All right, so we got let's talk about a couple of key games coming up this weekend. Let us know what you think. The Browns versus the Panthers. The only reason this is interesting is because the Browns used to have Baker Mayfield, and now the Panthers have Baker Mayfield.
Cool.
So it's going to be an interesting storyline. Panthers are -2 at home. I think that was I don't know if that's still the line. That was the last line I looked at, but I don't know if that's still it. But yeah, so they're favored at home. This is a key game simply because of Baker had said something about he's going to F them up. That's what he was quoted as by a reporter from Carolina.
It said it's even.
And Baker says, "Oh, it's an even game."
Even line.
Okay, so you give me the line on these because these are lines from last week, and then so what do you think? Browns and Panthers? You think the Panthers are going to pull this out? Do you think this is a game that Baker helps win? Is a key cog in this game?
I think this game is paramount for
Gets a little revenge.
Myles Garrett, Jacoby Brissett.
Okay,
I think the Browns. I'll say the Browns are going to come out and have an excellent game. I think Baker Mayfield going to shock the world. He's not going to be. I'm going with the Browns on this one.
What?
I'm saying Baker Mayfield, what people expect him to be.
So Baker's going to struggle. Is that what you're saying?
Choke artist at his finest. I'm going to the Browns, man.
Wow. So Baker's going to choke here, and the Browns will win this game with Jacoby Brissett at the helm. Wow. Okay. I agree. He comes up big in some of these games, especially emotionally. A lot of these games, a lot of times he'll come up big because I think in some of these games, when it's a big kind of emotional game, even in college, big in a lot of those games against Texas Tech one time, and there was another game. He usually gets up for big, just inconsistent. He's inconsistent. He can't keep that same intensity throughout the year, every game, and so I think he's going to have a good game. I think he'll play well. I think the Carolina is going to win this game. I think it'll be close. I think it'll be a good game. I think because the Browns have a good running game, have a good ground game. Jacoby Brissett is a decent quarterback. He's capable of winning a few games. He's a backup, but probably a good backup. Might be a starter somewhere else on a team that doesn't have a quarterback. But I think it'll be a close game. I can see why they put it even, but I think the Panthers will pull that out. I think Baker's gonna have a good game.
The Panthers gonna pull it?
Yeah. So we got the Chiefs and the Cardinals. The Cardinals were plus 4.5 at home. What's the line now? Do you know?
Chiefs Cardinals. Let me check the line for you, man.
My internet. It's kind of slow.
6.5 Kansas City.
6.5 Kansas City. Oh, it went up 2 points.
Yeah.
So I think who's missing? Someone's missing from that game. Who's missing?
The Cardinals.
I think the Cardinals. They lost. I thought
Hopkins.
He got hurt. Well, I knew he was out, but I'm saying I thought they had another guy that was out. Another key player.
Real quick.
So yeah, I think we'll see what happens. You think Mahomes comes back and proves he's the best quarterback or one of the best quarterbacks? You think this is a game kind of to kick off because he's without Tyreek? People are still questioning, can he still be good? Without Tyreek there, can he still be that guy? The guy without Tyreek, kind of help him get those big plays. What do you think? You think he's gonna struggle with Tyreek there?
I actually think he is gonna struggle a little bit, man. And I think that the Cardinals defense may be a little bit too much. They may even everything out. I think this man, it's kind of hard to say right now because you don't have Tyreek Hill and you got Travis Kelce and pretty top notch, man. I think it'll be a pretty Chiefs winning by 7 tomorrow, man.
You think the Chiefs still win by 7?
Chiefs by 7, man. I think it'll be a pretty close out.
Okay. So Kingsbury, he recruited Mahomes. I think they played once or twice before. Mahomes with Texas Tech. And then, of course, Cliff Kingsbury coached there. So there's a little bit of a connection there.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be a statement game for the Chiefs, kind of like the Bills. This might be a little bit of a statement game. I think the Cardinals are struggling. I think that they're without their starting receiver, and I feel like they were missing somebody else too. Like somebody caught COVID or something happened. We'll see what happens. I thought somebody got hurt. We know Hopkins is out, so they're out with their top receiver. Yeah. Okay, so we'll see what happens. So I think, to be honest, I think they'll cover the 6.5, and I guess you're saying they'll cover 2. You're saying the Chiefs by 7. So you think the Chiefs are going to cover?
Yes, sir.
I think it's going to be a game. I think the Chiefs might win by 10 or 14 points. I think they're going to pull away in this game.
The 2-possession game?
Yeah, I think they're going to win by 2 scores, at least 10 points, maybe 14. I think it's going to be a little bit of a statement game. I think they're going to contain Murray a little bit, not let him get outside, force him to stay in the pocket, and try to contain him a little bit, make him uncomfortable. We'll see what happens. It all depends, how Kyler Murray handles the pressure and see what they throw at him. This is his third year at the helm at the league, and then he got his new. So anyway, we'll see what happens. We also got the Raiders at the Chargers. They won -3 last.
So the Raiders and Chargers.
This is a loaded division. This is a division game to win. It's a home opener.
That line is 3.5 Chargers.
3.5.
Excuse me, bro.
Are favored. What are you thinking here with the Raiders? Devontae Adams from Green Bay, one of the best, if not considered the best receiver in football. Do you think he makes a difference for them? What are you thinking for the Chargers-Raiders game? The line is good. You think the Chargers will pull this out?
Man, I'm gonna go with my gut with this one, man. I'm excited to see what Devontae what's his name's gonna do. Adams, and I'm excited to see what Carr's gonna do. Chargers and Justin Herbert will be a little bit too much, and then with the addition, I think they used to have Joey Boat on the defense, which
So do you think
a great impact.
Okay. Do you think Herbert is better quarterback than
Carr?
Carr, yeah, like way better.
Man, you already know that, man. I'll give Herbert an 8, Carr a 6.
So do you think McDaniels makes a difference? I think in Josh McDaniels the new coach. You think he makes a difference? He's been good with quarterbacks. You think he helps Carr get to that next level? And then having Devontae Adams there?
I think I'll give him that additional edge. I really believe that.
Okay.
So
you think?
But I'm gonna stick with the 3.5 on the spread.
You think they'll cover? You think they'll cover it? So they'll win by 4?
They'll at least 4. It ain't gonna be no blowout. This is a division game. Hey man, this game has high stipulation.
Yeah, this is a huge game for both teams. To play a division game, your first game, that puts you already in the double hole. If you lose, you're 0-1, and then you're also 0-1 in the division.
Correct.
So it's a double whammy just to start out. Kind of like you.
Yeah.
Speaking of our next game, the Falcons and the Saints, also a division game. Falcons are plus 5. What are they at now? What are they at now?
Right now with the Falcons, 5.5.
Did it go up?
Saints 5.
So it's staying at 5.5.
Yeah. 5.5.
So you guys are 5.5. Wow, at home. So thoughts on this game? What are you thinking, Saints and the Falcons? I know you said the Saints are trash, but what do you really think?
I really got to see. They got a pretty decent Michael Thomas. They're pretty decent running back Kamara.
Mm-hmm.
I got to see. I absolutely have to take in snaps, man. but I can account for Atlanta.
Huh?
Right now, really good. Atlanta has some decent receivers. They got Cordell Patterson, AJ Terrell. I think his name Terrell or something like that. But I was out in the division.
Who's your quarterback?
Marcus Mariota. Oh, now you got jokes. You got jokes about QBs and stuff like that.
Wasn't he a backup last year? Wasn't he a backup?
Man, but I would say this, man. The Falcons will edge out by 3 in Atlanta in our home opener, man.
Oh yeah. So
I think for energy,
you think you're gonna beat the Saints
by 3 at home? I didn't say it was gonna be a blowout.
Really?
I said by 3, bro.
It'll be a close game. Well, when you think about it, the Saints, they still have Winston, right? But they did lose Sean Payton. So we're going to see how much Sean Payton really made a difference for the Saints. Because it's basically the same team, but now you've got a new
different coach.
Who's the new coach for the Saints? Who's the new coach there? I can't even remember.
Let me see. Hold on. I'm about to look it up for you.
Coach? I was trying to remember who the new coach was.
Saints head coach is Dennis Allen, man.
Dennis Allen. So they got a new head coach, and I think this will help the Falcons a little bit, even though you got Marcus Mariota playing. I think that this will be a good game. I think this will be a close game. I think the Saints will struggle a little bit adjusting to their new coach. It's always a little different. I think they will still try Winston from, hurting him too bad. I think they're going to keep him, try to contain him a little and not let him do much, not make him do too much. I think he got hurt. He didn't reach his potential last year. He got hurt early in the year. He looked pretty good early in the year. And so I think that this will be another chance for Winston to prove himself. Last year he was starting to. He looked pretty good. He looked better than he did with the Bucs. And I think this will be a year to really prove himself and possibly maintain himself as a starter for the Saints. I don't know. I don't think Mariota's the answer for you. I think you know that he's not the answer for you as a QB. He's not your long-term quarterback, right? I don't think you think that, Marcus Mariota. He's not your long-term answer at quarterback. He's a stopgap.
Flow,
right?
I would say, man, this is my honest opinion, man. If he's not able to perform exceptionally well, man, I think we may lean
for him, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
This is it. This is Mariota's chance to prove himself as well. So, this is kind of a prove-it year for both these quarterbacks, Winston and Mariota. Winston, because last year he started to prove himself, but then he got hurt, and then Mariota, he was a backup in Tennessee, and now he's a starter there with the Falcons. So you get Falcons by 3? I think the Saints might cover. I see the Saints winning this game by 4 or 5 points. I think it'll be close. They may not cover the 5.5. But I still see the Saints winning this game. I just think the Saints defense is too good. I think the Saints I just think they're a better overall team. I think you guys have too many gaps. You have a gap at quarterback. You have a gap at receiver. I don't think you really have subpar defense. And I think you guys are going to struggle to stop teams. And I think that this will be close because it's a division game, and I don't think they're going to just let Winston go out there and just throw it around. They're going to try and be balanced. They got Camaro. They got a lot better skill players than you got. Saints, let's be honest. The Saints got a lot more skill players, better skill players than you guys. And I think they're going to let.
What?
You don't think so? You don't think so?
You got to be smoking on something, man. I don't know. You just have to.
They got better skill players than you guys, man. You don't think so?
Man, you
they got Alvin Kamara running back. They still got Mark Ingram on the roster.
You got Michael Thomas.
They got Michael Thomas. They got Michael Thomas. He's hurt. I don't know if he's going to play. They got Jarvis Landry now. They got the rookie that's coming, Chris Olave. He looks like he's going to be pretty good. And then you still got what happened to your. They're pretty good. Chris Olave is going to be a good rookie. I mean, what do you guys have on offense? You guys don't really have a great offense. You don't have a lot of skill players on offense. Who's your best skill player is still Kyle Pitts, the tight end. You really don't have anybody.
Hold
you
on,
don't have a great running back.
We
Huh?
Oh, what you got, bro? We got Kyle Pitts.
That's it.
Cordero Patterson.
Okay. Who?
And Mariota. Cordero Patterson.
Come on, bro. No, but anyway, I think you guys are going to struggle. I think that the Saints don't cover, but I think they still win this game. And we'll see what happens. That's what I think. All right, so let's go to what everybody's waiting for, America's team. Everybody wants to talk about America's team, of course. You talk about them all the time online. I know you're a closet Cowboy fan. Here's just for all the closet Cowboy fans who pretend to be haters. But
I don't watch. Hey, I don't like.
But you're gonna watch that game, aren't you? You're gonna watch that game?
Yeah, man, that's Sunday night. I win.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
I win. Wait, let's go to do a pregame show before you.
Yeah, we're gonna do a pregame show for the Dallas Cowboy game. Wrap up the NFL tomorrow night. We'll see what happens. So yeah, the Cowboys are gonna play the Bucks. What's the line on that game now? It's plus 2.5.
2.5. Yeah, bro. Tampa Bay.
So the Cowboys are underdogs at home. It was 1.5. Now it's 2.5. So America's team, my Cowboys will be at AT&T Stadium. What are your thoughts? I know you're a Cowboy hater, so you're gonna predict them to lose. But go ahead. What are you thinking?
Man, our whole season is banking on 2 or 3 different factors, man.
Okay.
Prescott going against the GOAT, Tom Brady. Man, Brady got too many weapons.
He wasn't even there for the whole training camp. You saw what happened to Stafford. He wasn't there for training camp. He missed a lot of training camp. He missed preseason. Tom Brady hadn't been there. You think he's going to be a little rusty? Huh?
I think Brady going to be fine. I think Brady going to work out the kinks out, man. The thing that don't worry about for you guys is Brady got Julio Jones, Brady. Got too many weapons on offense, man. Their defense is, I think.
Did you just mention Julio Jones? He hasn't been good for 2-3 years. Okay, go ahead.
All right, man. What is Dak Prescott gonna do? These are the questions. What is Dak Prescott gonna do? Next, hold on.
This is a key game. Yeah. Go ahead then.
What is Dak Prescott gonna do? What is Kellen Moore gonna do? But most of all, sound decisions are Mike McCarthy gonna make in order tomorrow night in front of the home crowd.
Mike McCarthy's gonna do whatever Jerry Jones tells him to do. That's the bottom line. Jerry Jones is the pseudo head coach. Mike McCarthy is just taking the spot. Kellen Moore is gonna run the offense, and forgot his name. The defense is the defense.
Kellen Moore.
No, defense. Our defensive coordinator, Dan Quinn, is gonna run the defense. Yeah, sorry.
Quinn.
I had a lot of sun today. I've been in the sun today. So, yeah, Dan Quinn's going to run the defense. Kellen Moore's going to run the offense. And then Mike McCarthy's going to sit there and hold the clipboard and, pretend to yell at people. He's not really doing anything. He's just a pseudo. He's not really. He's just doing whatever Jerry Jones tells him. We all know that. So, Kellen Moore really running this off. I think for both these teams, they both have offensive line issues, right? Both Bucks lost a couple of offensive linemen, and then the Cowboys lost Tyrone Smith, probably one of the best offensive linemen we had on the left side, pretending Dak's blind side. And Dak, of course, he has a losing record when Tyrone Smith is not playing. So this is a key game for Dak, but I think both quarterbacks are going to struggle with their offensive line. And I think Dak is a little better, a little more mobile, and hopefully he'll move more sooner than later from the rush. Because when Dak takes too long, he tends to make mistakes when he stays too long in the pocket trying to move around. If the pocket breaks down, Dak this is why my suggestion. As long as he takes off early, I think we're gonna be okay. Just take off early. Don't even try and move around and do all this stuff. Just take off. What happened, Canty? So anyway, I just think the Cowboys should take off early. I mean, the Dak should take off early in the play. If, in fact, what happened? You good?
I'm thinking my call dropped. Sorry about that, man. I'm here.
Yeah, so
I'm
I
good,
think
man.
they both have offensive issues, but I think Dak is more mobile, and I think Dak should take off as soon as anything breaks down. Don't wait around. The longer he tries to move around the pocket, the worse it is. But he's not he doesn't have
the worst
pocket presence. So
just
take off early. But I think he's not great. They say he's gotten better this year, supposedly. So we'll see what happens. This is prove it time for him. I think Ezekiel Elliott looks good once again. We said he looked good last year, but he did get hurt. I think the 1-2 punch with Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard is going to be good to help us win this game. I think as long as Kellen Moore stays with the run and doesn't try and get away from the run, that we will win this game. I think it'll be a close game. I think that we will win this game by maybe like a field goal, something like that. Maybe a touchdown, at the end, something like that. It's gonna be a close game, though. I don't know if we'll win. We'll definitely beat the spread because we're gonna win. So we're 4.5 point underdogs. But I think we'll pull this game off. This will be a game for the Cowboys to start out the season. I think Tom Brady will look a little rusty. I think they're gonna get some pressure on him. We got Micah Parsons. We're gonna get pressure on him. I really wish we would have picked up Von Miller based on Thursday's game. I think that would have been a big help for us on the line. I think DeMarcus Lawrence is going to put some pressure on as well. I think he's gonna come back and have a good season. So I just feel like the Cowboys, this is going to be a good game. I think I have them going 12-5 this year. We'll see what happens. Maybe 11-6. But yeah, I think this will be a good win for us. It'll be a close game throughout. I think we win it in the end. I'm going to go by a field goal in the end. We win this game. What do you got?
Like I just told you, man. It's 3. Dan Quinn, Kellen Moore, Mike
what
McCarthy.
Going to win?
Yeah.
So the Bucs?
Go Tampa Bay by 7, man.
Tampa Bay by 7?
Tampa by 7, bro.
Okay. All right. That's what you think. I think you're going to be wrong. But like I said, we're not going to win all these games anyway. No one's going to be undefeated this year. It doesn't really matter. But this will be a good game to start out the season. We'll be at home. I think Tom will struggle a little bit. I think he'll be a little rusty. He was missed a lot of time in training camp and preseason. So I think he's going to struggle just a hair. So that's what I think. And I think that we're going to end up, when they're pulling this out in the end. All right, final thoughts for tonight, Canteen. Any final thoughts?
May the best team win tomorrow. That's all I can say. May the best team win.
May the best team win.
Then once I want to know after 3 o'clock tomorrow, I'm going to just talk trash about your mud.
Oh, I know you're going to talk trash no matter what.
I'm winning tomorrow.
You ain't winning, bro. Come on. You really think you're going to win tomorrow? You really think you're going to win tomorrow? The Saints are going to beat you tomorrow. That's the bottom line.
Might be a blowout.
There's no way it's a blowout, Canty. Come on. No way. That's what you got to say. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Peace out. Y'all losing tomorrow.
I'll be ready tomorrow.
Okay. We'll see what happens. I think you guys are going to lose. We'll see you next time. Bottom line.
Okay.
Peace out, man. We'll see you next time. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll see. We got to lose to win. That's the bottom line. Anything going on, please share, like, do all that. We appreciate you. See you next time. Tomorrow we're going to have a special post NFL for Sunday Monday Night Football. Bucks and Cowboys come talk trash about the Cowboys. We want to. We'll be on tomorrow. We'll see you next time on the bottom line. Bye-bye.